now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's time to shine the spotlight on groundbreaking ideas that are driving sustainability forward. It's time for Innovator Spotlight once again with Sis Mafia. Let's see what all innovative solutions they have in store in this segment. Over to you, Sakshan.
Hello again. Hi. I know you guys might be tired looking at me again. Hey, this guy's going to scream again on the mic. But you're going to bear with me because we have the last two startups of the day. Finally, and we've had some really interesting conversation today. I think now is the time we actually look at some of the more matured startups that we've seen today. So without wasting time, can I call Arjun Gupta from Smart Joules to take the stage and present. Guys, can we have a round of applause for Arjun today?
Thanks, everyone. Good evening. Who's played Monopoly? Come on, you can raise your hand. Now I know if you're listening or not. Okay, everybody's played Monopoly. There's two utilities in Monopoly. Electric utility, water utility. What we are building is a third utility, which is a cooling utility. Why we are building it? Rising cooling demand in India is going to wipe out all the work of renewables and EVs put together. 800 gigawatts of new power demand is expected from increasing cooling load in India. That's more than 1.5 times India's total installed capacity of power. But 50% of energy consumption in cooling is completely wasted. And it's wasted for two reasons. One is the prevalent business model through which cooling is delivered. You buy design services, contracting services, and facility management services from different people. None of them really cares about the energy consumed. But energy is 70% of the cost of cooling. If you look at a 10-year life cycle of cooling, energy is 70% of the cost. So what we are doing is actually playing with that 70%, offering cooling as a service to existing and new buildings and factories, right? Locking up people in 10-year contracts and delivering extremely high efficiency. So business model innovation, and then on the other side, technology innovation, which actually makes the energy consumption of cooling as low as possible. So in terms of traction, we have actually reduced energy consumption for 50 plus buildings by 25%. We've saved more than 200 crores in energy bills for customers all across India. Built a team of 250 people, most passionate people about automation, cooling, and climate change. Raised about, I would say about $17-18 million of capital across debt, equity, and grants, and right now negotiating a $25 million raise. And that's our story. We have about 3 solutions, but what's most important about today is what I want from all of you over here. So as a young company, we have challenges in scaling, right? So we already scaled to an extent, but we want to go very, very far. So our first ask of the audience over here is to help us find a world-class COO. We want a person who's actually really good with execution. Our business is amazing, but requires really deep execution. So someone who's really good with executing projects, infrastructure projects of the nature that we have. So if you have any...
Ooh, lovely. What more? Portfolio owners, CEO, Rocket Singh. What do we have here? Do we have more people who can actually add value? We have one more here. I'm waiting for more.
Okay, without naming the company, I'll get you one hotel and one pharmaceutical company to the CEO office, okay?
Woohoo! That's a lot of business already. Do we have more? We have more people, I know. Some of you are waiting. This is the last session of the day. Come on, guys. We have one more here.
We are a startup ourselves, but we work with a lot of large enterprises on other parts of their sustainability. So happy to make introductions to CSOs in those organizations.
Thanks a lot, Ankit. We have one more here. People who can actually add a lot of value for already and counting.
Hi, Arjun. I'm Jaspreet, as you know. Wonderful job scaling up with hospitals. Pharmaceuticals, is that an area of interest to you, a sector of interest to expand your operations? Let's talk after this session.
Woo! Okay, I'm being greedy, but one more. Do we have more? People who think they can add value today? Some of you are inching. I can see that moving. Anything from your end? All right. Okay, thanks a lot, Arjun, for that. 4 hours in 2 minutes, I think that's phenomenal. Okay, before we move on to the last one, really quick. all of you know again what I'm going to pull out. Commitment card. Can I get a show of hands? How many commitment cards have you filled today? When I say 1, you raise. When I say 2, you're going to raise your hands. When I say 3, you're going to raise your hands if you filled 3. All right? 5 commitment cards or more. Anyone who's filled 5 commitment cards or more? Wow, no one. Okay, let's go lower. 4. 4 commitment cards. Anyone has filled 4 commitment cards? No one. That's not good. Okay, 3. Okay, up to 1, 2, 3. Anyone who's filled more than 1 commitment card today? You want to raise your hands? I see a few hands there, a few hands there. Wow, some people are actually listening. Oh, we see a couple of hands there. Ooh, more hands at the back. Thank you so much, guys, for actually doing it. I think it means a lot to all the founders for you taking out your time and actually opening up and saying that you can actually help. So without wasting more time, I want to call the last starter for today, Ankit from Step Change, to come and present what they're really building. Super excited, Ankit. Over to you.
Thank you. Okay. All right, 5 minutes. Great. So I represent Step Change. Our mission is to, it's actually surprisingly aligned with the agenda of the conference, is to, in terms of lastly, we are the only company in India which is accredited by global standards like GRI, IFRS, and PCAF. In terms of our challenges, these are not my asks, to be honest. One of the biggest challenges we face in India specifically is a lot of sustainability-related conversations today are still compliance conversations and not value-add conversations. So we are looking for help in thinking through how can we create value for our customers through sustainability rather than purely be a compliance tool. The second challenge that we face often, and this is with public sector banks, public sector enterprises, is breaking through the barriers associated with just public procurement, right, and qualifying as startups and MSMEs. Finally, the third biggest challenge we are facing is a lot of climate models today have been built in places like Europe. They just don't apply to India. So building emerging market-specific climate model, bottoms up, collecting the right quality of data, doing the right level of research, as well as bringing some policy certainty so you can do transition roadmaps is something that we are looking for help with. So those are our 3 challenges, and yeah, thank you.
Woohoo! Thanks so much, Ankit, for that amazing presentation. So Ankit, we want to be asking people for how they can help. So is there any way people in the room think they can add value?
Hold on. I, in fact, want to offer help today. So anyone here that wants their portfolio to be assessed for sustainability or climate risk, up to 50 assets, free, anyone who commits today.
Woo! Free, you said?
Yeah.
For all the portfolio companies, for investors in the room?
Up to 50, I don't want
Up to 50?
Yeah.
Up to 50 companies in the room, free. So can we get a commitment from the investors in the room who are actually going to do this? For Ankit. We have one.
Commitment from our side.
Commitment. Okay, we'll give you commitment cards each. You want to say something? Do you have
I accept that I accepted his offer, that's it.
Awesome. Any more investors in the room who actually agree to commit?
Only 3 investors?
Amazing. 3 and counting. 4. All right. What more?
How can you say no to free?
I can see one more. 5. I'm counting, guys. 5. There are so many investors. All it takes is take up a free offer to get services and measure. More hands, guys. I thought people would jump on free stuff, but they're far away from commitment.
Unless they're scared to find out how unsustainable the portfolio is.
Okay, I'm going to try one more time. Okay, we've gotten 5 commitments already from investors in the room. Can we have more people who commit to using Step Change for the services and the portfolio companies? We see one more there. Amazing. More? 6. And counting. 7. Do we get a 7 here in the room? Someone? Or if you can even add value to what he said, right? I mean, that could also be still. No. We got in 6 commitments, yeah. Ankit.
Awesome.
In like 2 minutes. Cheers.
Cheers.
So this was the last pitch of the day. Can we have a round of applause for Ankit finally? Thank you so much, guys, for being really patient. I know I've been streaming a lot. You got to bear with me. We'll show up tomorrow again with 8 more pitches that are lined up. in a very similar format. I hope you guys have understood the concept of how this works. And tomorrow, the only request I have is, please loosen up a little bit. Be more kind to people and be more willing to give more than you get in the room, because I think that's what really makes the difference. Everyone here doesn't really have to support with finance. There's so much that you guys are connected with. Even one introduction goes a long way for the founder. Can I get a commitment from all of you that tomorrow is going to be much more better? Yes? Yes? All right, signing off, over to you.
Okay, before Saksham signs off, can we have a huge round of applause for Suez Mafia and the energy they've infused in our day. We are so looking forward to all that they bring to us. And big congratulations to all the innovators and all the founders for helping us highlight the power of innovation in this room.